This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a UFO-related news update. Yesterday, January the 12th, the CIA officially released a huge amount of declassified documents to the public through a downloadable archive collection of CIA-related UFO records through a website called the Black Vault, which I've put the link to in the description. These reports, according to reports I've read in the New York Post and other media sources, say some of these declassified documents have to do with flying saucers, mysterious bomb blasts, and other things. And people can download the files and look at them themselves. The documents cover 5 decades of research from the 1940s to the early 90s. They say this is the only documents they have from that period, but it's not clear if there's any real way of knowing if they're being totally honest with that or if there's still more classified information they're not telling us because it is classified. One report included in these documents was from June of 1996, involving 2 Lithuanian police officers working near the border who reported seeing a spherical object hanging and pulsing and shrinking and expanding around 12:30 a.m. in the morning. And they also described the object making a strange sound like an electric crackle. The object rose higher in the air when they approached it to investigate and then flew away after 30 minutes, according to the report. And it was noted that the tall grass around the place over which the spear was hanging had flattened to a radius of 10 meters. Local scientists investigated it and did not have an opinion on what it was. There was another example from something in these documents from 1965 where some military officials from Argentina, Chile, and Britain on a base in Antarctica described seeing a red, green, and yellow collection of flying saucers over Deception Island for 2 hours. And the saucers were also seen flying in formation over the South Orkney Islands in quick circles. According to the New York Post, one of the most intriguing clues in the documents is a document that has a lot of blacked out wording. So these documents do include stuff that's been blocked out. So it's not like you're getting completely clean documents when you're searching through these. But there is one document that shows a former CIA assistant deputy director of science and technology finding one particular unidentified aerial phenomenon interesting. And I guess, according to this document, he would personally look into it, and he did look into it, and he gave advice related to the object, but that advice that he gave related to his investigation into the object was classified. And as it came out a couple weeks ago, there's a lot of interest in UFOs right now, also known as unidentified aerial phenomenon, a term that Nick Pope, who I interviewed last week in an interview that's posted full here on the Hannibal TV, who used to be the head investigator for the British military's UFO desk, he helped create that unidentified aerial phenomena word to get away from the UFO stigma. But it's getting a lot of press lately because the US government put out a COVID relief and government spending bill. And in that document that was released, I think at the end of December, said that other areas of the government have 6 months to release what they know about extraterrestrial realms and UFOs. So they have basically till around the end of June to give unclassified report about the aircrafts that needs to contain analysis of UFO data, as well as discuss any possible security threats that these vehicles might pose. And in my interview with Nick Pope, we did discuss that there have been military interference situations that have been documented in declassified documents related to UFOs and humans. These things are also known to be able to operate under the water at speeds, for instance. The only thing we know that can go that fast under the water, that some of these things have been tracked going, are as fast as a bullet. But if you shoot a gun off underwater, that bullet's not going to travel as fast underwater for as long as these UFOs are traveling for. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, and there's a lot of information that I'm going to continue following related to all this stuff. And I'm certainly going to look at some of these documents at the Black Vault